So let's stay, guys, on this theme of streamers starting businesses, that are separate, very separate from their stream, and I have to go to my favorite. It's not Amaranth. It's Dr. Disrespect here, and the headline here: Dr. Disrespect teases line of gamer shoes. Now, there's a video, you can watch it. It's easy to find online. Just look it up. Like, it's a clip from his stream. And as usual, with the doc, it's a whole thing. He picks up his flip phone. He gets a call from Nike, and he's having this fake interaction with Nike. But he basically hinted that Nike wants to make a custom Dr. Disrespect gaming shoe. And so he says, after asking what the company wanted, it was revealed, this is his back and forth, right, with Nike on the phone. It was revealed that Nike wanted to make custom Dr. Disrespect gaming shoes. Following a brief pause to consider the proposition, the doc responded saying that he thought it was a great idea. He continued to talk about the appeal of the shoes. Yes, I think there's a demand, he said. He then pointed out how many gamers play in their socks, which can be an issue when the ground gets cold. According to the streamer, this would solve that issue. Now, there's nothing confirmed. Nike hasn't come out and said, yes, we're doing this. It could just be a skit, according to the article. But there's a lot of people who are very excited that Nike is potentially going to do a Dr. Disrespect gaming shoe. First of all, I just want to ask you guys and chat, is this Dr. Disrespect skit in your mind? Or is he hoping to get Nike's attention by doing this skit? Or do you think he's already talking to Nike, the shoe's already happening, and this is like the first tease? So that's the first question, right? Is this him putting something out to the universe he hopes will happen? Or is this something that's really happening? And second of all, just again, what do you think of Dr. Disrespect using his brand, in this case, to do a gaming shoe?
I love that you said so many people are excited, knowing full well it's just you. There's an audience of one who's excited.
I am excited. I would buy them in a second.
I know you would. No, so I do think that this, I hope that this is a skit. And if it is a skit, I do think it's very clever. I think it's clever to capture the attention of a brand in this way. And if he does actually get real excitement behind it, there very well might be an opportunity for Nike to do a limited run, sell out a shoe that the doc sells, and make some money. So I don't think that he actually is thinking about cold feet and performance. If I know anything about him, I hope he's not. And if he is, I hope his shoe is just like a giant Ugg slipper and he like really commits to the bit. But I do think if he can show that there's enough interest and drum up enough that, yeah, there could be a gaming shoe. Do I think that gaming shoes are going to impact performance at all? No, we've covered gaming shoes in the show before. We laughed Puma out of the room when they announced this. I am not going back on the efficacy of performance in gaming shoes. It's absolutely ridiculous. But if the doc wants to like do a little skit, drum up some excitement, and sell some slippers through Nike, and everyone makes money, then yeah, why not?
Jimmy, Lindsay's a huge downer on Doc's gaming shoe here. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know if I'm going to be much help to you here. 2019, Puma came out with the gaming socks.
Is he's not actually doing it, right? What you're saying is this is a bit, and he's hoping it gets Nike's attention.
That's what I think.
Jimmy, I'm curious if you agree with that, and then continue what you were saying.
I do want still a pair of Puma gaming socks. I don't think I've seen them anywhere available in my size. They probably did a small release, sold out, and it wasn't popular enough for them to do a second run. I don't recall if Adidas has done something similar, and this is the first I've heard of another take on a gaming footwear. To Lindsay's point, I don't think it's needed. Need is not necessarily the question. It's whether or not you want to have fun just buying something, hopefully not too expensive, and just kind of screwing around wearing your Razor kind of thumb, sleeves, your Nike or Puma gaming shoes.
Come on, you're not putting this in the same bucket as the thumb sleeves.
It's all the same to me. It's all. It's all for whoever wants to have fun wearing it like a bit, but I don't think any of this really helps performance all that much. It's just fun things for us because this is what we like to do and where we spend our time and money. With the doc, you can never tell, right? Because he says a lot of things. I love his brand. I love what he's able to do with these very I don't know, just these comments that kind of draw your attention no matter what or who it's about. It's hard to say if that's a true fit for him. I never thought Nike would be the brand he would go with either. I always saw him as more of an Under Armour guy personally. Under Armour does a lot for their unique individual content creators. I'm pretty sure that Doc is a big Golden State fan, and Steph Curry is sponsored by Under Armour as well. There's some reasons behind that. And also I think he would have more of a voice at a place like Under Armour. But I also really enjoy what Puma Esports has been doing. I thought the socks, when they came out with them a few years ago, were a really interesting concept. But again, immediately, like Lindsay said, I want to go as far as saying laughing them out of the room, but just questioning whether or not you need that, right? This is just something for fun. It's not, I'm not one of the people I'm not one of those sweaty Fortnite gamers, I guess, burning 600 calories and need ultimate grip on my floor for my gaming sessions. But maybe I'm in the minority.
Is real though. So he had me at the cold feet thing. Like my feet are always cold.
And socks are just so last year.
I did actually buy Jimmy. I bought the Puma Minecraft shirt. I'll have to wear it on next week's live stream. So I actually did buy that collaboration. But with the Doc, what's interesting to me, if you watch his stream, a lot of the times he does like green screen stuff. He has like his different backgrounds, the different parts of the arena, and almost always, I think every time I've seen him, he's barefoot. So he doesn't wear socks or shoes. Which I think is funny.
Maybe this is why he's starting a shoe thing. His helmet is coming next.
But I do think if he is like the interesting business part of this to me is he trying to make it happen and leveraging his audience? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to have a deal with Nike and to get on your stream and play around and joke with it. It's another thing to have no deal with Nike and to get on stream and sort of call them out, pretend like you're talking to them. Kind of genius, right? Because if you're Nike, you sort of now have to reach out to the Doc, I would think, right? You can't just ignore that. He's got a sufficient, large enough following that you can't just ignore that. So if he has done that, I think really brilliant bit of, business and marketing to make that happen should a shoe come out. Matt says, nothing can top the thumb sleeves. Matt, I'm going to ignore that. Matt says, this is why the Doc is the best streamer out there. He knows how to monetize his name and brand. I mean, he definitely plays the character better than anyone else, right? Like he is true to the character pretty much through and through.
I would argue against that monetization comment, though, because he lost out on his Twitch community because his brand was too strong. And for that same reason, I think someone like Nike might not want to partner with him because he is a bit of a wild card. And when you're talking about these mega global brands, having someone that is safe, I think, is more important than capturing a new audience that Nike doesn't necessarily have a large interest or business in being in. So I know what you're trying to say with that, Matt. I don't know if Doc is hitting it out of the park on all fronts.
He's definitely not Ninja safe, right? Ninja, to my mind, is sort of the benchmark for safe brand. He's definitely edgier for sure. Matt says he doesn't care what the product is; they'll put his name on it and it will sell well. Yeah, I mean, I think that he cares what product he puts his name on. I don't think it's at the point where he's just putting his name on anything. But Nike is obviously going to make a good product. So
what I do like about that comment too. Sorry, Paul. Before we go on to the next story, what I love about Matt's last comment and about this story in general is unquestionably in 2022 we are definitely at that phase in gaming, in esports, in live streaming and content creation, where these creators are going well outside of traditional gaming sponsors and companies, well into new areas on how to monetize their brand. It was a big deal when someone like Quicken Loans or Totino's or Nestle started sponsoring, but now we're seeing a lot of innovation with streamers that are coming out with unique products, unique services, like the management story from before. So we really are in this era of exploring just how far this reach, this influence, and this audience will go. And to Matt's point, I think there's a lot of brand loyalty to be said, and we're going to test that. And the next 5 years, we'll be seeing how loyal the brand is, where exactly this audience will follow. And that's very, I think, important for the next 30 years of the industry. So pretty cool to see.